Dusk. Almost sundown, another dead end to another dead afternoon. The whole town beneath the notice of most everything but the sun. Sunset is sunlight hyper-distilled, at its best when crowded with cloudy ghosts. A place of motorcycles and trucks, hard-pressed to find a car that wasn't just passing through. The town locked in by livestock, horses, cattle, and mules. The far-off mountains remain outside the known world, sitting on the horizon like a monastery. He wooed her by his masculine solitude, his tobacco chewing, his smiling teeth, leaning against a wall, one foot on it, the other on the ground. At his desk, he drew in a notebook with an intensity where you knew for him the four walls of the classroom were gone. Teachers didn't even bother to call him out on it. When she finally saw the insides of the notebook, it was just conjectural covers for imaginary bands, along with silhouetted naked women, like mud flaps or the signs for strip bars. He insisted on marriage, even before he'd laid her, or even laid eyes on her naked opulence. She was a girl, newly minted. No church, no ceremony, no cake of infantile enormity. No band cursed with instruments that had to play every request. Just their truck turned into a carriage, tied with cans and tennis shoes, windows soaked. She'd had fun here, or a past here. The past was like a summons. It pulled you in regardless of circumstances. Her favorite was exploring the abandoned auto repair shops with their beautifully detailed junk. Inside barns, the high beams with wide insides, with wide insails, they were dolls in dollhouses, mirrored like Alice. What she wouldn't give to have a snapshot of her and her friends back then, their skillful borrowing of racy books from the town's bookstore, covered with long-haired, big-chested men, pages that taught them to be welcoming. Now she was an anonymous wife, soon no doubt to be more so with anonymous children. She hoped she'd cast herself in the right story, worrying that if she thought what she thought were crystals were really just his eyes. The only difference between bachelor and husband was now she shared his solitude. He spent his days in town, involving himself with the basements of old tall buildings, yet still coming back looking sunburned. Some nights, some mornings, not many, he was there, 5 minutes and then asleep with his legs hanging off the bed, feet aimed at the floor like he might have to run. She stayed sitting, looking out the window long after the sun was gone, drunkards pissing in the alley, a woman using the street as a squat toilet. Life is not written, it is suffered. She could get up and go. It's a good thing to think of going.